Alrighty, I've got a lot of reasons not to make this video. I have this silly hat on because I have a bad migraine, so I got a migraine patch because it wouldn't stay on my forehead. I don't even think it's working. But I wanted to show you this because something came up where it's going to be helpful. So we're going to just grab this MD file. This is an instruction set. And we are looking at Claude Cowork. And I'm just going to let it run through and get started, and then I'm going to show you a couple things. So I've hit go. I'm on Sonnet. I'm going to shrink down this window. And Claude is going to open a tab in just a moment. There it is. And then Claude is on his own. Now I'm actually going to pause it. I've got some steps that I skipped so I can make this video. And it's just going to be really quick, but I'm going to let him get started. I'm going to let him go to the correct location just to show you, like, it's hands off. I'm not the one doing it. And sometimes it's faster than other times. Sometimes it's slower. We're just going to wait. And I guess actually I didn't skip the set, but I thought I skipped because I put in a different instruction set than I thought I did. Basically what Claude is doing right now is sending over information about what we're doing. And it's recognizing that there's a problem with the input that it's giving to Stan, which is another AI, Marblism. And I'm putting links to all these things in the description. Marblism I've only been using for a couple weeks, but I really like it so far. It is by far the easiest automator of reaching out in social media that I've found to date. You can see Claude got the instructions corrected there. So we'll let them process that together. Claude Code, I'm putting a link in the description as well. There's only 3 invites that I can use, but you get like a week or 2 weeks free, and then I get $10 of usage. Which $10 of usage is pretty decent. It will get you through, I don't know, probably a couple of days of like a lot of work. Maybe a half a week, something like that. But there are limits, like you run into limits all the time. But anyways, we're just going to let this run out. Basically, he's updating Stan with the instructions on how we want the emails to go, adding more days to the emails. And then it's going to confirm once it goes through all of the steps in the MD file, which the prompt that I use is this rules prompt that tells it, don't go off track or whatever. And then I believe we did this one, which I might have to go back and check on these, but basically walks him through like, hey, this is how I want you to set things up. This is how it should be. And I'll go back and double check all of these, but I have different workspaces set up for different outreach types. And Claude will go through and set up all those different workspaces, which you can see from my MD steps. There's 24 steps in total. We've already done 12 of the first ones. And then, it just makes the entire process easier. Like, I would be sitting here for a long time to do this by myself, especially going through all of the different steps. What I get out of this from a marketing standpoint is typically, like, when you want to do a big marketing campaign, if you've got a budget, you would do a bunch of test ads on different A/B testing, basically. You do like, I want to test this version, this message, that version, that message. What I can do with these AIs is, with basically no budget, I can go in and do the same kind of testing. And when I find a successful message, I can double down or triple down on that, or put money behind it, or whatever makes sense at the time. So for essentially the cost of a very inexpensive AI, as compared to, when I've done this in the past, which we're talking years and years ago, it would be something where I'm looking at spending upwards of $100 a day in ads to run enough ads to do testing. Now people do thousands of dollars a day, but I don't have that kind of budget. So I can get these AIs to set up all this stuff and test these things out, find something that works, until I do have the budget to spend. And this is the kind of thing that, if you're a business owner, you want to jump on before the big guys get to it. Because when the big guys get to this and they actually put budget behind this kind of thing, I mean, they're going to just destroy the market. They're going to take all of the business. So that's what's coming. But you got an opportunity now. There's still a gap there. They're still not applying this in the big businesses. So the opportunity is there. But yeah, you can see with the AI, I don't know how many minutes that was. If I was doing this back and forth, I'm going to sit here and think about it and process all of the things, and it's going to take much longer, probably 30 minutes at least, maybe an hour. But I pre-processed it all. I processed it one time and basically gave it to the AI and said, hey, go do this 10, 15 more times. So it's going to run through and set everything up for me the way I want it. And now I'll go back and check all these before I actually start sending out emails to people. But if I'm like, hey, this is good, or even if it's not perfect and it's just actually working, that's a better situation than I'm currently in. And so you can see the AI goes through my checklist and says, hey, I got these things set up. I got these things set up. And it confirms it all. And then it says, yep, I got all of these things in place and we're looking good. And that's basically it. Like, it ran through the whole process, got me all set up. And what are we at? We're at 8 minutes. So from start to finish, we're talking about 8 minutes on this side of things. I'm going to run through that for the additional steps, which I think there's 6 left. And it's going to save me a ton of time. And then already did the same thing for, like this social media driver here. This was my test one where I was doing all of the actions and got everything set up as my proof case. Built out a sequence. It's sending emails. I can see those emails come to my inbox every day because the way I have my email set up, where I get a copy of everything that gets sent out. And basically social media, and you can actually see the results on the social media where numbers are up. X is not the best to show because there's basically nothing there. But the day I started using Marblism is this day here, the 26th. And you can see growth is happening. So, I mean, it says we're up 1,500%. The real test will be after, say, 90 days or something like that. Did we get any business? I did already get an existing customer to reach out about services they didn't know we had. So if we actually get some business from that, then, that pays for at least 1 month. But yeah, this is the future. I mean, this Cowork is doing what I tell it. And if you want to really dive deep into what I've had it do, think about this. You're a small business owner. You have to play the game that everyone else is playing. You set up social media and all this stuff. And then because you're busy, things get broken. They get kind of mixed up or whatever. So across all my social media platforms, I had different phone numbers. I had unclear messaging. I had Cowork go in and solidify all of my messaging to be unified. fix on my website, like broken links where this didn't used to go somewhere. This booking agent didn't work. And now all of these things work, and all of the messaging is unified. Like all across the board, we're talking about one message. And the nice thing is, if I come back later and I say, hey, I don't like the HIPAA path. I don't like working with medical people for some reason. Probably not going to happen. But let's say it did. I can go back to Cowork and say, hey, we're changing focus. Let's switch everything out this direction. And Cowork will go in, make those changes that I described to it, and fix everything the way I want. I wasn't logged into Instagram or Threads earlier, so I have to actually go back and do that. Maybe I can do that real quick. So I'll show you this. I'm in a project. So I'm gonna add a file. Let's go back to done and see. Oh yeah, I didn't even give it an Instagram or a Threads instruction because I didn't have that set up yet. But I should be able to do this. I should be able to go back to that and say, let's go to done. We're going to go to, let's say, Facebook, because that's probably the closest. Go. And we'll adjust our rules. So we'll get rid of rule 1. And we'll actually say do only the task I described based on the task file attached. Don't do other things. Don't edit or change anything that says don't touch. Don't rewrite copy. Blah, 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 blah. And then we're going to go down here and say, I've logged into Threads and Instagram. I need you to update all of the information on each of those, similar to the way it is in this Facebook instructions task. Don't worry about the profile picture or do they have banners? Close this. I don't think Instagram has. I'm not on Instagram, so I really don't know. See anything, so we'll minimize that. We'll put that back up there in a second. Profile picture or banner image. We'll leave it like that. And before we say go, we're gonna get these things lined up. This is not necessary. I'm just doing this for the video, really. We'll hit go. We'll go into that so we can see the chat. And the main reason I like this, we can message Sonnet as we go. Say, hey, don't do that, or hey, I click this for you, or whatever. So you can see it's figuring out, hey, I tried a username, it wasn't a good username. Let me click back and figure out what the real username is. It's working through a process. And I'm going to step away and I'll be right back. All right, I'm not sure if I missed anything. Looks like I didn't. Looks like something might have went wrong. Maybe it didn't save. Hey, Editor Spencer here, and I just wanted to point out that all of this entire section with threads and Instagram is completely off the cuff. Like that, Claude is figuring it out as it goes. It doesn't know anything ahead of time. It's just figuring it out. So it looks like it saw a mistake. Years experience was mushed together, so we can fix that. I don't know why it's the BIOS disappearing. I think it doesn't know why either. But this is kind of one of the cool things. Like, I can just let this process through and figure out what's going to work or not going to work. And I can do something else. I literally am over on another window, clicking, looking at things. Earlier, I was letting it run and chatting on Discord. Um, so, I mean, you can have it running and be doing other things. Now, it wants me to type this in. So I'm just going to try it and see. See what we do here. And I'll tell it. Looks like you didn't click the second done message. The bio is there now. You can see Marblism has made these posts here. And this is my first run. I'm not actually really happy with all these just because they're like fear-based posts. That was the problem. So it was too many characters. So Claude's figuring that out. It's going to shorten up this messaging. So change my phone number. Oh, and add a category, so that's cool. And what's cool, I saw this do it on LinkedIn as well. It went through and searched for the most relevant categories until it found something that worked. So it looks like it's going to go with information technology, so that makes sense. Now, it should recognize my phone number is wrong and change that. I think it already said it. Oh, let's change that. So it looks like it's verifying the information is correct. This will go back and change a number. Oh, I guess it didn't save the correct category. I'm gonna let it click it, and then I'm gonna click done for it. Generally, I don't even do that. I'm just trying to speed it along for the video here. Oh yeah, let's turn on display contact info. And I could have done either way there. I could have just clicked it for it, or I could type him a message like I did. I mean, super handy. It's doing the little confirmations, which confirmations are not as detailed on this one because it's not an official instruction. We went off of a different instruction, so I'm okay with that. Now I will go and do the profile pictures while I'm here. What is this? So we'll do. I don't know. I don't know how that would work. I'm going to go with actual social media here. And then we'll go back to here and we'll upload the same picture. And now, for probably the first time in my company's history, we have consistency across all of the platforms we're on, including on YouTube. We've got all the same messaging everywhere. And that's all thanks to Claude Cowork doing all the work. Hey, this has been an uncut and pretty impromptu AI co-work video with Marblism and Claude Cowork, of course. And I do have a channel I'm releasing where I'm going to be comparing different AIs. I've been putting off making the first video for months and months. So if you made it this far into the video, my name is Spencer. My new channel will be called RealRunAI. I've gotten all the things in place some time ago. But the point is, AI is crazy. It's finally getting to the place where it can help business owners actually do something. And to help you, I've got links in the bio, one for Marblism, which gives me some kind of credit. I don't actually know what the cut is, but like however many months you're signed up, I'll get something. And then if you do Claude, I'll get $10 usage, but there's only 3 of those. Maybe if enough people click my link, I'll get more. But if the first 3 people that click that get a free week of usage. So I think that's pretty amazing. And then beyond that, I mean, the possibilities are really endless. Like, I'm looking over at the screen and I'm thinking about, like, all of the possibilities are really endless. It's amazing what is possible right now with AI. All the little tasks that you have that you say, I'll do that later, I'll get to it later, and you're a business owner and you're trying to just run your business and perform the business like you're the one working in the business. AI is here to help. It can actually get you through a lot of the tasks that you've been putting off, because that's what it's been doing for me. So anyways, keep an eye out for when I post the first official videos to RealRunAI. I'll be putting shorts on there in the meantime. But yeah, AI is here.